Welcome back into MIAA Basketball Saturday. I'm Harry Loomis.
And I'm Calvin Silvers. While we've been away enjoying winter break, there's been nonstop action in the MIAA. Let's take a look at last week's men's results.
The lone game last Monday had Northwest Missouri State picking up the 71-63 victory over Washburn. On Thursday, Lincoln fell to Rogers State 72-51. Central Missouri picked up a road win over Northeastern State 82-78. Pittsburgh State lost 79-88 in a matchup with Nebraska Kearney. Missouri Southern couldn't find their footing against Fort Hays State, losing 71-89. Northwest Missouri lost a 75-76 heartbreaker to Central Oklahoma. On Saturday, Emporia State fell 3 points short to Washburn 65-68. Missouri Western and Central Oklahoma had their games postponed. Lincoln came up short against Northeastern State 50-59. Northwest Missouri avoided 2 losses in a row, winning 82-53 against Newman. It took overtime to decide this matchup between Central Missouri and Rogers State, but the Mules fall 83-91. Missouri Southern picks up an 87-75 win against Nebraska Kearney, and the last game of last week featured Pittsburgh State and Fort Hays State, where the Gorillas fell 51-70.
Now on the women's side of things, Washburn upended Northwest on Monday 58-52. Rogers State took care of Newman on Tuesday by a 66-53 final. On Thursday, Nebraska Kearney scored a 14-point win against Pitt State. Central Missouri nabbed a road win at Northeastern. Same for the Griffins, who defeated Newman. Rogers State took care of Lincoln 78-71, and Missouri Southern and Northwest Missouri had happy bus rides after road wins. Now for Saturday, Washburn edged out Emporia State 72-67. Missouri Western beat Central Oklahoma by 5. The Jennies knocked off Rogers State 60-43. The Bearcats got a road win against the Jets. Northeastern took care of Lincoln. A nail-biter in Kearney saw Missouri Southern win by 3. And Fort Hays protected home court against Pitt State.
We'll now turn our attention to this week's MIAA men's and women's basketball athlete of the week. On the men's side, this week's recipient is Central Oklahoma's senior forward, Isaiah Wade. As mentioned before, Isaiah Wade led number 18 Central Oklahoma to its 12th consecutive win with an upset victory against number 2 Northwest Missouri. Wade totaled a season-high 29 points, scored the game-winning layup with 2.6 seconds remaining in overtime to give Central a 76-75 win. Wade played 40 minutes of a possible 45, hitting 11 for 18 from the field and 7 of 10 free throws. This is Wade's second MIAA Athlete of the Week honor this season. I had the privilege to talk to Wade about his recent performance.
All right, I'm here with Isaiah Wade from Central Oklahoma. Isaiah, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, and big week for you. You're now a 2-time recipient of the MIAA Men's Athlete of the Week. What does it mean to you to win this award again this season, and how does it feel to know your performances are being recognized throughout the conference?
Man, I just got to give my team credit to finding me in the right spots and helping me progress throughout this season. I feel like overall we gained like a brotherhood, which is why we're playing how we're playing this year. We got the same team back from last year, so we just all connect very well, and it's going on a good run.
You guys are going on a good run, and speaking of that good run, at the time of this recording, you guys are riding a 13-game win streak. You said you guys are kind of forming a brotherhood, and that's helping, but what else about this team makes you guys so dangerous?
Practice, man. In practice, we really get after it. Coach is always on us about defense and even when we do like 5-0 drills, we have to practice like there's an opponent in front of us. So, I'll say practice is where is really what's making this run great.
And you feel like as a player, you're seeing that practice or what you're doing in practice transition well into the games then?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. And then, during the first half of the season, teams really had trouble stopping the offensive onslaught that you guys brought every game. However, the past 2 games have been decided by 5 points or fewer. What does that say about the toughness of your team, and how will that toughness play a factor down the road?
We're good at adversity. We're good at next play mentality. So, when an opponent, we know that basketball is a game of runs. So when an opponent goes on their runs, we just have to stay cool, calm, and collective and go, do our thing and go on our run. So, at the end of the day, we just have to play our game and not fall into what everybody else is doing.
And I'm going to say playing your type of game seems to be working for you guys. So that's awesome there. And really, you guys are great on defense, but this offense, you guys are really an offensive team. A lot of offensive scorers out there, either from 3-point or down low. And defenses really have problems with zoning in on one player because there's so many. Besides yourself, who has impressed you the most, or who is a teammate that seems to be doing everything right every night?
Well, I can name a couple. Calvin, probably to me, I say for me, that's my best point guard I ever had. We got Cameron Givens, crazy athlete. We got coming off the bench, we got Devon, we got Preston, we got Connor, we got Carson, we're just deep. And then we got like 3 Bibles of playbook. So, we just play our game.
Yeah, that's perfect. And having that depth later on, especially if you guys make a tournament run, MIAA conference run, that depth is really going to be important to you guys. And it's nice to know that you guys have that there and those guys can contribute. You guys are now top 10 in the NABC coaches poll at number 9 at the time of this recording. Does such a high ranking bring any pressure to your team, or does the hype not really matter to you guys?
No, we just know that it's not over yet. We still got we're gonna work our way up. 9, we're not impressed about 9. We feel like that's too far from where we're gonna try to get to that number 1 spot.
There you go. That's a great goal to reach for you guys there. And I feel like we talked about your teammates and yourself, but we really haven't talked about Coach Hoffman all that much. And he's really changed his program around. So what has he done for the program since becoming the head coach in 2019?
And he's a very stand-up guy. Like, other than being a coach, he's always there for us, like whether it's food-wise he's just always there. He checks in on us. He has a personal relationship with everybody. And he's great, man. He does his best at what he can do, and everybody understands him. We love him. And yeah, he has changed his program.
And it's good to have a guy like that leading you guys, someone who's always there for you, not just on the court, but off the court. Sounds like a great coach. You've had 15 games, you yourself have had 15 games out of 18 so far where you recorded double-digit points. What did you do in the offseason or maybe even during the season to make you such a threat when it comes to putting points on the board?
Well, last year I was mainly in the perimeter guy. I didn't shoot as much. So over the summer, I knew to expand my game, I had to work on a 3-point shot and a mid-range shot as well. So I was with Coach Wheeler throughout the gym and just shooting a lot of shots and really, really just trying to get my shot down and packed to where I can make a couple this year. And it's going good for me.
I was gonna say my recording or my personal shooting needs some work, so maybe I'll have to hop in with you guys in there and see what I can do. Last question I have for you: you celebrated your 24th birthday recently. What did you do to celebrate, and what are some goals for you to reach as you reach the big 2-4?
Well, I didn't do too much. I'm so locked in on the season right now. So I really just went out for a dinner with my family and then went back home and chilled with my daughter for real. But that's about it. What was the next question?
Oh, what are some goals for you since you reached the big 2-4? What are some goals that you have?
To make history here at UCO and just take each day at its time and, just stamp my name where I'm at.
Well, I'm wishing the best for you, and I'm wishing the best for Central Oklahoma as you guys continue the season. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me today, Isaiah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Have a good one.
You too.
Women's Athlete of the Week is Maleeah Langstaff of Northeastern State. Langstaff had 2 25-plus point performances this past week, and in the Riverhawks win over Lincoln, Langstaff put up the first triple-double in the MIAA all season long, putting up 32 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists. Langstaff set all sorts of marks for the program, becoming the first recipient of Player of the Week since 2013 and the most points in a game since 2016. I had the chance to talk to Maleeah this week. I'm being joined by MIAA Women's Athlete of the Week, Maleeah Langstaff from Northeastern State. Maleeah, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for taking the time. So, MIAA Athlete of the Week, this gets thrown around on Twitter. It gets recognized at the school. What's the reaction from friends, family, and teammates when you get named this honor?
Well, I found out in practice.
Really?
My coach got a notification and she was like, congratulations. And my coaches were like celebrating. My teammates were like giving me hugs and everything. So it was a pretty exciting experience. And then afterwards I called my parents and a group FaceTime with my brother. And I told them and they were like, congratulations, like really proud of you. So it was incredible, being able to share with my teammates, my coaches, and my family.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you won this award in large part due to the first triple-double all season in the MIAA. I think it was 32, 16, and 10, if I'm not mistaken. So you had to be feeling good. What's your pregame routine to kind of get feeling ready for a game?
Well, pregame is go get something to eat. It's probably going to be like Sonic or something, which is probably not the best thing to be saying is my pregame food, but that's what I like to eat. And then probably when I get to the locker room, I'm jamming to some Rod Wave in my headphones, and then my teammates are probably going to be jamming to Rod Wave. So eventually I'll take out my headphones and jam with them because Rod Wave's kind of the vibe. And then, just start getting ready and then go out there and shoot with my team, stretch and everything, try and bring the energy and warm up so we're ready to go for the game.
Sonic, that's if it works, it works, I guess. So you grew up in North Carolina, now you're over in Oklahoma playing basketball. How much of an adjustment is that for you?
It's a big adjustment. My parents came to every single game for the last 3 years, except for I think they missed a total of 3 games. So the weirdest part for me is not seeing them in the stands and not getting the after attention from them that I normally get. But FaceTime is really great, so I don't miss a beat on hearing how I played for my dad, and my mom just tells me I did good regardless of how I played. So I guess that would be the biggest adjustment, is that my parents aren't at every single game, and it's cold out here.
Yeah, it gets pretty cold out in the Midwest. So for those who haven't been able to see a game at Northeastern State, you play in the NSU Event Center. Seems like a pretty rowdy environment. What type of home court advantage is that for you?
So the last game was pretty, our last home game, the last 2 home games were really great energy. The softball team came out and they were all decked out in black. Our band is incredible. They bring the energy every single night that they're there. The pom team, they come out, women's soccer. So those are some of our more prevalent, I guess, fans. I mean, we still have our parents and everything, which I'm super, a lot of our freshman parents are at every single game. But some of the other teams, it just feels it feels really good to play in front of your peers, especially when you've supported them and they come out and support you. And like I said, I'm new. So hearing them saying good game and everything, it's just, I know that I have the support of my peers at my school, from these different teams. And so it makes a really incredible environment when you know that you have fans. And so when they come out, it's great. When they don't come out, it's kind of boring. But when they come out, it's a great environment. And it's really fun to play out in front of, like I said, your peers, the family, men's basketball. When they're there, it's an incredible environment.
Absolutely. It's always more fun to see the fans in the stands. Just kind of brings a little bit more to that event. So if I'm not mistaken, you have 2 twin sister teammates, Megan and Morgan Lee. What's the best tip you have for successfully identifying them?
So this is actually my second team having twins on my team.
Really?
Yeah, the last 2 years, my sophomore and junior year, we had twins at Winthrop. And so they were completely different. Megan and Morgan look a little bit more similar than the twins at Winthrop. But I would say for me, before I really got to know, it was hair color, because one of them has a darker hair at the top and one of them is lighter. But now I kind of know them. But I remember when I first got here, I was constantly Megan, 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 and I'd be yelling at Morgan, and Megan would be across the gym what? And I'd be I am so sorry. It was really hard for me at first, but I think I got it pretty good now.
Well, it seems you got it all figured out. So you've been having a fantastic season. It's been a pleasure to get to talk to you. So best of luck going forward.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There's a lot of great MIAA basketball action happening around the conference this week, and on the men's side, the top 5 conference matchup between Central Oklahoma and Washburn has my full attention. For Central Oklahoma, the key is to keep the ball rotated in the offense. Central Oklahoma is one of the most athletic and skilled teams in the MIAA. In the Broncos' last 5 games, 3 of those contests featured 2 or more players in double digits. Isaiah Wade has been dominating down low, and the freshman guard Jaden Wells has found his touch from long range. Since the new year, Wells has been in double digits in 6 contests, including a career-high 26 points against Central Missouri on January 13th. For Washburn, the key is to keep the Broncos' high-octane offense to a minimum. They almost completed this feat back on December 9th, where the Ichabods went into overtime with Central Oklahoma, just falling short. However, this time the Ichabods will get the home crowd energy and are feeling confident, having won 6 of their last 7. Jalen Lewis was a monster the last time these two teams met, scoring 30 points. If he decides to heat up from 3, and the defense doesn't allow any scoring runs, Washburn will be in great position to pick up another win.
We've got some great matchups on Saturday, but it's going to be hard to beat the top 2 women's teams facing off. That will be MIAA leader Nebraska Kearney hosting Fort Hays. Now, despite being first in the MIAA, Nebraska Kearney has only the 9th best offense, scoring just over 66 points a game. What's the catch? How about the best defense in the conference, allowing under 54 points a night. They've been helped on the defensive end largely by Lisa Backus and Claire Kirsch, along with Haley Semenel, who has a 2.7 assist-to-turnover ratio while logging 32 minutes a night. While the Lopers have the best defense, Fort Hays has the second-best offense in the conference. They play a good team game, leading the conference in assists while only turning the ball over 11.7 times a game. Katie Wagner has been leading the way for the Tigers, averaging 16 and 9 a night. This is an incredibly tight rivalry. The last 10 matchups have been split 5 wins apiece. You're not going to want to miss this one.
Remember, MIAA fans, all MIAA contests are subject to change. Please visit the MIAA.com or your team's athletic website for the most up-to-date schedule information.
Looking at the NABC Division II basketball rankings, 2 MIAA teams are part of the top 25 on the men's side. Northwest Missouri State sits at number 5, Central Oklahoma is the other MIAA team in the rankings, and currently sits at the 9 spot, jumping up a whopping 9 spots to reach that.
Now for the WBCA poll, 3 MIAA teams sit in the top 25. Fort Hays checks in at number 7 after getting upset last week. Nebraska Kearney sits 17th, and Missouri Western enters the ranking at number 25. Missouri Southern receive votes as well.
As a reminder, the nation's best small college basketball championship tournament returns to Municipal Auditorium this March 2nd through the 6th. Make your plans to come to Kansas City and cheer on your favorite MIAA team.
And be sure to follow us across our social media platforms and catch all the MIAA action on the MIAA Network. I'm Calvin Silvers.
And I'm Harry Loomis. We'll see you next week.